little Brushflies, welcome back to my channel Brushfly MUA. If you're new here, hi, my name is Mercedes, and if you are new, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and if you're not new, hi, welcome back. Make sure you're subscribed because YouTube is doing that thing where I literally gain a handful of subscribers and then they take them away because for whatever reason, so please subscribe if you so wish. Today's video is Maybelline made me buy it. So I was on Twitter the other week and they had posted pictures of this product. So this is the Superstay Matte Ink in Lover, and I commented on it and put, oh, looks interesting, and they're like, it is, you need to buy it. I'll try and find the screenshot of their Twitter like replying back to me. And I thought, you know what, I'm actually quite intrigued to try more Maybelline products because at the time I was really enjoying their foundation. I just bought the concealer and really liked it. So I was like, are there any other products I might enjoy? So I have 5 products in total that I'm going to try today. Some of them I've already tried and I know I really like. Some of them I haven't and I want to know if I like. So the finished look is what I'm wearing today. It's all with these products other than like blush, bronzer and powder because I don't have those in the Maybelline products. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Obviously I do not look like this in a minute, be warned. I look a bit scary. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I enjoyed it. And yeah, let's roll into that part of the video. How crazy do I look? Okay, so I've just brushed my fringe back, put my hair out of my face so I can do the makeup. As you can tell, I'm a hot spotty mess, so my hormones are playing up as per usual, but I thought actually it'd be good for you to see the type of coverage that my Maybelline foundation can give. This is actually one of my favourite foundations. I found it during the pandemic, like the first lockdown we had. I was still going to work. I still needed foundation, so I absolutely love this foundation. I found it in a supermarket and it has become one of my staple foundations in my collection. I've already gone through 1 bottle this year. I'm halfway through this bottle. I absolutely love it. So I have serumed, primed, moisturised. I've put a bit of balm on my lips ready for the other products that I'm going to test. So like I hope I have said, because obviously I'm filming this bit first because I didn't want to scare you all with this face. So my intro I would have filmed afterwards when I'm all done up. So I do have like a lip product, I have concealer, I have mascara and I have eyeshadow. So hoping it all goes to plan. So I thought I could use my foundation, show you what type of coverage it has, and the concealer, and whether I can hide the disaster zone that is my face. So this is the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid, and it is in the shade Natural Ivory 01. It's said to contain hyaluronic acid and collagen, which my skin needs. I'm in my 30s, my skin is aging, it's getting dry, it's not great. So I'm gonna pop this on. So what I tend to do is just pump some into my hand and then I just splodge it on my face and then I go in with my damn sponge. So is there like a foundation or anything you guys found? Ooh, hi laptop. During the pandemic, like, did you panic? Did you run out of makeup but you still had to go to work? And places like you normally went to weren't allowed to sell makeup anymore. So was there anything that you fell in love with, like foundation, concealer, primer, anything like that? Like, it's such a strange time, or it really was, but it still is. Like, even though people are having their vaccines, it's still quite a weird time. Hopefully the vaccines will help us and we will be able to get on with our lives at some point. I will be so happy for the day when they turn around and say you really don't have to wear your masks anymore. I know like they have lifted it in the UK, like shops and stuff still want you to wear masks, but it's not mandatory anymore. But there's been a few occasions when I've gone to the shop and I've forgotten my mask, and I'm like, oh, it's okay because I don't technically have to wear one. But 9 times out of 10 I wear one still. And when I'm at work, I am still wearing one for my whole shift. So right, I'm just going to take it down my neck because no one wants that orange line. It's a lovely orange line. I remember doing that at like school, like we were doing my makeup and I would only bring it to here. And it's like, but back then like we didn't have like YouTube to teach you. You just learnt as you went along, and the amount of girls in my class in my year, and we'd all just have that line. The orange line. First bit of foundation on. I'm just going to go back over the worst area, which is around my chin. Oh my god, I literally just got something at the back of my throat and it's made me choke. And made my eyes water, so if it looks like I'm crying, my eyes are watering. So this is just like one layer of coverage. I did do a tiny bit more around my chin area. As you can see, the coverage to me is quite, it's like medium coverage. Like you can still see some of my ick underneath, but it's not as horrendous. It does sort of give me just a bit more of life to my face. So the next product I have is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This one I believe is meant to be a dupe for the NARS concealer. I absolutely love this. I had the NARS concealer a long time ago and I found it quite powdery looking on my skin, whereas this one, while it is heavy coverage like the NARS one, for me it doesn't look that powdery and it gives me the coverage that I want. I'm so glad I'm doing this video now because I'm nearly out of this. So I was like, oh yeah, I need to buy some more, but I can use this one for the video because I do have another concealer in my collection that I kind of want to use up before I go buy another one. So yeah, I do like this one. So I normally just pop some under my eyes, around my nose area because that's where I get the redness, and then definitely around my chin because I have work tonight and I'm going to be wearing my mask. So it's going to be where I've put it on and then I put my mask on, and although the foundation and the concealer are quite good, like they do last, like if I nip into a shop, wear my mask, it's fine. And even if I was to just do a couple of hours at work, it's fine. But after like a 5, 6, 7 hour shift, yeah, it does rub off. I mean, plus as well, I'm talking to customers like on the till and stuff, so my mouth area is always moving. So when it's moving, it's obviously rubbing on my mask, so it's going to come off either way. But for me, this is such a nice concealer foundation combo. Like, I love that foundation so much. I've actually got my sister into wearing it, and she is not really like a makeup lover, but the fact that she's actually started wearing it because I told her to. Poor Yana. Okay, so that is my concealer done. I didn't tell you the shade name. It just says 05. I'm guessing that's the paler shade. A lot of the writing has come off. It just says Concealer Anti whatever corrector. Yeah, the writing's really rubbed off. But yeah, I really like this. I just feel a lot more alive. Obviously, I'm not that tanned at the minute. Sometimes I do put a fake tan on, but I haven't really bothered much the past few weeks just because British weather, it's not sunny. It's meant to be summer, it's more like autumn. We literally had winter, spring, 2 weeks of summer, and then autumn. So thanks. I'm now going to go and put some bronzer and blush and highlight on. I don't have anything from Maybelline. No, I do. I have a highlighter. How could I forget? Oh my god, I'm such a dippy. Completely forgot. I have a highlighter and I think I've knocked my camera. Stay. So this is the Maybelline Master Chrome. But I'm going to quickly do my bronzer and my blush, then come back to this one. Okay, so I've done my bronzer and blush. This is the one for my product. No, this is the one for my Project Pan. It is the Revolution Relove Contour Palette in Sugar. I have annihilated the highlight. The bronzer is nearly gone. I've hit pan on the blush. Sorry for any spoilers if you're waiting for my Project Pan update next time. So yeah, I'm actually really pleased I have a Maybelline highlighter to test out, because this one's dead. Although I do have other highlighters in my collection if this one does not work. But before I do that, I need to powder a little bit because my blush does look a little bit crazy. And the one I'm going to use is my Revolution Relove Super Matte Powder. This again is a Project Pan. It's an okay powder. Thought I'd give it a go. I have noticed with the Relove packaging though, it breaks. Okay, so I've done the powder and I did just put some brow gel on my brows. I am not doing brows today. I have work in a little while, so this is just like a quick little video while I'm getting ready. My brows are horrendous, hence why I have a fringe, because I'm that lazy mummy that can't be bothered to do her brows every day. So, Master Chrome time. So this is in the shade Molten Bronze. It is quite a dark one. And I was a bit sort of like, when I got it discounted at a supermarket. They had a load of them down and reduced, but they only had this shade. They didn't have the other shades, and at the time I'd sort of reached my makeup budget for the month, so I was like, oh, I don't mind paying, I think I paid 50p for it. But as you can tell, it is definitely a darker shimmery highlight, but it does look pretty. So I'm gonna try it. Because it doesn't come with a mirror, I'm just using a little number 7 palette just so I can see where I'm putting it, because although I have my camera in front of me, I can't always see the best. So dabbing into that one. Do you know, I've got glitter on my face. How have I got... I wore glitter eyeshadow yesterday. I washed my makeup off last night and I've had a shower today, hence why my hair looks a bit wet. How have I got glitter on my face? And I used a different makeup sponge. Must have been on one of my brushes. And if you can hear a whirring, my laptop has decided to grace us with its presence. Okay, so that is actually really pretty. And I thought it was going to look too dark on me, but actually looks pretty. I like that. It does give like a bronzed glow to my cheekbone. It does look like I've been tanning, and I've got a bit of a sun-kissed glow. It does show up, like, if you have not flawless skin, it does show up your flaws a little bit. So you definitely need to go in with a gentle hand, but I kind of like it. I need to tone it down. I went a bit crazy. Where's my powder? Okay, so I've just dampened it down a little bit. I have used, like, what's left on my sponge as well, just to fully dampen it down, because I looked in the mirror and I was like, whoa, that is a bit, whoa. It's actually a really nice highlight when you blend it out a bit and you do dampen it down with the sponge. Like, obviously, if you're looking at it, you're probably like, oh, you've taken most of it off, but I can still see the sheen, and in real life, not on the camera, I can really see it. So I like that. It's just one I need to have a lighter hand with. So I now need to prime my eyes because I do have an eyeshadow palette to use. So my eyes are primed with my Revolution eye primer that you see in every single makeup video that I do. So the eyeshadow palette I have is the Maybelline City Mini palette in Matte About You. So I got this from TK Maxx. I think I paid like $1.99 for it. They had it up for like $3.99 I think, but one of the shades was broken. So this one down here, so I very cheekily asked them if they would take some money off, because I was like, oh, it's one of my favourite eyeshadow palettes and I couldn't find it anywhere. I found it here but it's broken, and bless them, they did take money off for me, so thank you TK Maxx. I have repressed that shade, so hopefully it will still work as good, but I'm gonna quickly swatch the palette. Okay, so this is the palette swatched. It doesn't look that interesting as a colour story, but I'm hoping it will look a lot better on the eye. It is quite a chalky formula. That doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. I've used other eyeshadow palettes where the formula is quite chalky and actually they turn out to be really, really good. You just have to watch out for fallout. I think I just need to give it a go, see how I get on. I mean, I'm looking at it like I have no idea what eye look I'm going to do, but it is such a neutral matte palette. There's not like 10 million ideas I could come up with anyway, so I'm just going to dive straight in, see what I come up with. Because again, I'm just grabbing my number 7 palette for the mirror, and away we go. So I'm just going to use my trusty Makeup Obsession brush, which I really need to clean, and I think I'm going to go in with this one here. I think it's quite close to my skin tone. It is really chalky, so I'm going to have to be careful that I don't get in a mess. Just use it as like a transition-y sort of shade. And I do have like a newfound love for like small palettes at the minute. I used to love the bigger palettes with 10 million colours in. I think it was so cool. But actually, I'm really enjoying smaller palettes. Like, I really like the Revolution Relove Fantasy palette. That's only got like 6 shades. I really like the e.l.f. Mint Melt palette. That's only got 4 shades. And it's really handy as well. Like, you can take them with you and they're not too big and bulky. And if you're travelling or away on holiday or something, they would be so handy. So yeah. I'm hoping this one's nice because I don't really have like a neutral small palette. So if this one works, I will have a neutral small palette. The only downside is it doesn't have any metallic shades, and I normally love doing like matte and then doing like a shimmer on the center of the lid. If I feel it needs it at the end, I have got the highlighter, the Master Chrome. In with this. So I'm just going to go in with this really powdery white shade. Powdery. But these sort of mini palettes on the internet have had really good reviews, so even if it's powdery, it still might work. So I might go in with the darker shade that I repressed. I don't know, my brush is too big. Just go on the outer. I think my brush is too big. Okay, I've got a smaller brush. cray. Okay. Okay, so I have just put some concealer in the centre of my lid just because I want to make sure that the next colour has a chance to pop. I'm hoping. Okay, so I'm tempted to go in like this pinky shade, see what it looks like. Normally I would do like a metallic, but I don't have one because it's just a matte palette. Now I might just go in with this one and just sort of try and darken up the crease a little bit because it's a bit too light. I feel really weird that I don't have any metallicness to this look. Okay, I am actually going to mix some of the Master Chrome because I like inner corner highlight. So I'm going to do some of that. I'm just going to okay. I need to have a bit of a tidy up because it's a bit of fallout here, but that's to be expected because the palette is quite chalky. So I'm gonna attempt to deal with that. Okay, I'm a bit undecided on the eyeshadow palette. I think my eyes look crazy. Like, I don't know. It doesn't actually look that bad in person, but on my camera it really is not translating very well. It looks a bit weird. So I'm going to put the mascara on and see if I feel any different. So the mascara I have today is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. So I have seen this raved about all over TV, all on YouTube, so I'm really excited to try it. So, oh no, this is the wand. It is a plastic wand. I'm not a huge fan of plastic wands, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, it might work. Smells like mascara. Okay, so okay, that is the mascara. I actually quite like that. I know I was like, oh no, it's a funny brush, it's a funny wand, Where is that brush? I actually do quite like it. There's a slight tiny bit of flaking. Nothing horrendous though. Like nothing compared to my misguided mascara. So yeah, I actually quite like that mascara, and I feel it does make the look a bit not so crazy. Yeah, now I need to try the lip product, but I might move my hair because I feel like I look like an egg. Okay, so I have combed my fringe down, which covers most of my eyes. But that's a good reason that I brushed it out the way so you could actually see the eyeshadow before fringe. I really need to get my fringe cut. That is on my to-do list. So the last thing from Maybelline that I need to try is their Superstay Matte Ink liquid lipstick. This is number 15 and it's the shade Lover. So the only reason I bought this was because I saw them advertise it on Twitter. I was like, oh, that looks really nice, and they're like, it is, you should buy it. Hence why Maybelline made me buy it. But I have worn this quite a few times. It's actually a really nice lipstick, so I'm going to wear it today. Don't know whether I'll keep it on for work. We'll wait and see, but I'm definitely going to put this on wherever my mirror has gone. So this is the doe foot applicator that you get. It's kind of like a little dip in the middle, so I think that's so you can pick up enough product when you first dip into it, so you don't have to keep dipping in. I haven't even swatched it. I was about to put it in my mouth. Perfect swatch. There you go. A gorgeous pinky nude. So there is Lover on my lips. I actually really like this shade. It does dry down. Like at the moment it's still quite tacky, but it does dry down to a really nice comfortable liquid lip. I really like it. The staying power of it, because I have worn it a few times, it does stay quite a while, but towards like the end of the day it does wear off. Like most lipsticks and liquid lipsticks, it is like, it does stay. It really does have staying power, but sometimes, like especially on the inner portion of my lip, it does wear away quicker. It peels off a little bit, but I can get a good few hours wear out of this. So yeah, I do really like this. So this is my finished look using mostly Maybelline makeup, or Maybelline made me buy it makeup. So the foundation, the Dream Radiant Liquid, as you know, is one of my favourite foundations. I've always got one of these in my makeup bag. Even if I'm testing out other foundations, I tend to have one of these around as my foundation that I'm going to fall back on if the one I'm wearing is not agreeing with me. I know I've got my trusty one, so I absolutely love this. I would recommend it to everyone. I recommended it to my sister, and she's enjoying it, so yeah, definitely love this one. The concealer I really like. It does remind me of the NARS one, but it is just not as powdery looking as the NARS one can be. I really like this one. It's a bit more, it gives you like a matte dried down look, but a slightly dewy way to it. It's not too drying out. I really enjoy this. So the Master Chrome highlighter, obviously I have picked up a darker shade than what I would normally go for just because it wasn't on offer, but I do like this. I like the formula, I like the glow that I got from it. I do enjoy it. You just need quite a light hand with it because for me it is a darker shade, so if I use my lighter hand on it, it's going to give it a much more natural glow, bit of a bronzed kiss, so I do like this one. The eyeshadow palette. It's not the worst eyeshadow palette I've ever tried, ever. It's okay, it is very chalky, you do get fallout, you get kickback in the pan, but they are pigmented, so that is a thing. It is pigmented, you can create a nice look. I did struggle with it a little bit, but I think it's one of those palettes that if I play around with it a little bit more, get to know it, then I think I won't struggle as much. In the end, like the eye look I went for, I liked it when I put the mascara on and finished the look. Before that I was a bit unsure, but then that could just be I'm not really a neutrals girl, so I've put this on and I've not really known what to expect because I don't wear neutrals very often. I am very much a colourful eyeshadow person, so to have something like this in my collection I think is quite good because I don't have very many neutral palettes, and the ones that I do are quite big, whereas this one's quite small. It's handy to take with if I'm going somewhere and a neutral eye look is needed, not a colourful one, so I do like it in that sense. It is powdery. I have to make sure that maybe I do my base makeup after using this because you do have a bit of cleanup afterwards, but it's not a bad palette. It's not the best, like by no means necessary, it's not the best that I have in my collection, but it's sweet and I will use it. I reckon because the formula is quite soft and chalky that you could probably pan something like this quite quickly. It's not the deepest palette, so you're not going to get tons of product, so if you like to do like project pan, something like this could make it a little bit easier for you to dig into and use something. So if you have something like this in your collection, maybe pull it out for a project pan. But I do like it. I will probably pull it out and play with it again. But yeah, not my favourite, but not the worst in my collection. The mascara. I actually really like this. Obviously, it's the first day. I need to give it time to, you know, normally after a week or so, you know what they're really like because oxygen's got to it. And then you can sort of see how it really applies for that time afterwards until the end of its life. But so far I like it. I will obviously see tonight wearing my mask, my face gets quite heated up, so I will see whether I get any like transfer onto my brow bone or under my eyes. I'm hoping not, because I had enough of that with the Misguided mascara, so I'm really hoping that this one does not do that, because I really need a new mascara in my collection that I can just grab and use and not worry about having to wipe my eyebrow away from the mascara. So I do like this, but I'm going to have to play with it a bit more to see how I really like it, and I will update you in a future video. And lastly, the Matting Superstay Liquid Lip. I have used this a number of times and I do really like it. I love the colour, I like the formula. It's really nice. It does stay quite tacky for a while. It's not a really quick drying liquid lip like you can get, but it's a nice formula. I like it and I think it's good. So yeah, I am overall quite happy with what I have from Maybelline. Thank you for making me buy it, Maybelline. Yeah, I definitely want to try some more from Maybelline. I definitely want to try the new lip glosses they have that have just come out, or they've been out a little while now. There's a couple of other eyeshadow palettes that I've seen that I do want to try. But yeah, I am intrigued. I am intrigued to try more Maybelline, so thank you for getting me onto that. So yeah, really happy, I think, with my end of my look today. Obviously, I was a bit like, oh my god, I'm not sure about this eyeshadow palette, but overall, I'm quite happy. I think I can go to work quite happy, which actually I need to get my arse in gear and cook dinner because I've got to go soon. But yeah, I'm quite happy with what I've achieved today. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.